Hello, family. I have a little bit of news to share with you today. I want to talk a little bit about our maternal ancestry. We also know that our family lineage comes from Princeville, aka Freedom Hill, and it was the first incorporated town in the United States. And I still believe that we don't get enough credit for that. And the other town uh, got the credit because they were a planned town. But we know we were the first. We didn't wait. We were the first. And that is where our lineage comes from. But a few months ago, I did take the African ancestry test. I took the test called the Matriclan test, and that test traces maternal ancestry by analyzing DNA that women and men inherit from their mothers. Men and women can take this test, and they compared parts of my DNA inherited from that to people around the world and to look for matches. And they also, the company that I use, African Ancestry, have the largest set of African DNA samples available today. The other companies can also test, but they can't narrow it down to a specific tribe. They can only say that you are from West Africa or from a region, but they don't narrow it down to a tribe. So that is why I chose to do African ancestry. And again, they have the largest database, and what they found is that I am 100% match of the Mandinka people. So this means at some point in the 500 to 2,000 years of history of our maternal lineage, mother to mother to mother, there was a Mandinka woman living in Senegal. So my sequence or similarity score of what they call it is 100%. And I share the same DNA of a Senegal woman who is living in there today, a Mandinka woman who's living in Senegal today. But not only do I share that DNA, but my mother, my grandmother, my great grandmother, and so on. It carries through for my entire maternal lineage. If I had siblings on my mom's side, which I don't, it would carry for them. My maternal aunts, my maternal uncles, my maternal cousins, etc. Everyone in my entire maternal lineage, from the past into the future, shares the ancestry with these groups. Of course, that includes my children, grandchildren, my mom's sisters and brothers, her nieces and nephews, cousins, and her mother and her grandma. You know, all of it is related, of course. And we do share genetic ancestry with Mandinka people living in Senegal today. I think I said that already. The Mandinka people, also known as Mandingo. You heard about Mandingo warriors and the Malinke, among some other names. And they are West African people spread across parts of Guinea, Ivory Coast, Malay, Senegal, the Gambia, and Guinea-Bissau. And they also have a global population of over 11 million. The Mandinka are the best known ethnic group of the Mende people, and all of whom speak very different dialects of the Mende language. And they're descendants of the great Malay Empire that flourished in West Africa from the 13th to the 16th century. And a funny thing about that is my grandson's middle name is Malay, and it's from my name, which is from my great grandmother's name on my grandfather's side. Yeah, on my grandfather's side. Her name was Melinda with an A as well. But I gave my grandson a part of my name. The Mandinka people also built one of the largest empires in West Africa, and they became so prominent that the term Mandingo was coined in their reference to their reputation as strong black men. I hear y'all men in the back saying, yes, I am a Mandingo. So, also, beginning in the 16th century, that's when the tens of thousands of Mandinka were captured, enslaved, and shipped to the Americas, and that's how we got here. There were approximately about 388,000 Africans who landed in America as a result of the slave trade. When you say that number, it doesn't seem as large as what we thought. But that was because they were breeding human beings, and that's how it increased. But anyway, let me go back to what I was talking about. And historians believe that around 92,000, which is around 24%, were Senegambians from the region of West Africa, comprising of the Senegal and Gambia rivers and the land between them. Many were Mandinka and Bambara, another Mende ethnic group. And in the 20th century, the author Alex Haley made the Mandinka famous when he traced his roots back to the village of Jafur in the Gambia. And that's where his great-great-great-great-grandfather, Kunta Kinte, was captured and sold into slavery in the United States. So today, the memory of the Mandinka and their history of the transatlantic slave trade, it doesn't stop with Alex Haley, but it was also immortalized in the story of the Amistad slave ship. That was also a true story. So we know that based on where we're from, Princeville, founded by freed slaves, that we're more than likely descendants of Africa due to the transatlantic slave trade. We always assume that, but now we know for sure that that is how we got here. And I just wanted to share that information with you. All right. If you want to know more, go to YouTube. That's what I did.